Welcome to another episode of YLG Canada Immigration Podcast, where all your immigration questions will be answered by an experienced immigration lawyer. My name is Ryan, and this is the second episode on Intra-company Transferee Work Permit, also referred to as ICT. Here with me is Afshin Yazdani, a barrister and solicitor from Toronto, Ontario. Thanks for coming in to pick up where we left last time.
My pleasure. Thrilled to be back.
To recap and brush our memories from last time, we talked about the requirements for both the employee and the employer. And today we're going to discuss certain advantages and processes and costs involved in this program. Let's just start with advantages. How does this program set itself apart from others?
Yep, Ryan, there are too many advantages to this program. I cannot see any disadvantages.
Wow.
The point is, first of all, anyone from non-English speakers countries have an issue about to get IELTS or any language test done to apply for anything in Canada and get any kind of visa, which the visa allowing them to work or study or live in Canada. Am I right?
Yeah, it is a barrier.
Okay. So this program doesn't need one.
Oh, wow. Yes, because even the start of visa requires some sort of language proficiency.
All of them. Everything. Other than multiple entry visa.
Which is a visitor's visa.
Just the visitor visa. You cannot do anything. It's just a visitor. You can stay up to 6 months spending money and go. But for this, you are earning money because you are an employee, you're running a business, making some economic benefit to the Canada and also to your own business. You're growing your business multinational, internationally. So with the whole thing, you don't need to speak English. At least to establish you can speak English. There is no requirement such that because we check together, right? Employees requirement.
Right.
There is nothing such asking for IELTS.
Okay.
So that's the one advantage, the main one. The second advantage is international mobility program, including ICT, is a federal program. You remember?
We talked about Brunswick program.
Before that, you remember I said in Canada we have provincial and a federal government, and then each province nominate their own applicants or immigrant.
Vividly.
Yeah, and then an immigration office is the federal. In this program, it's launched by immigration office. It's not provincial. So you can open and establish a new business in Canada anywhere you like.
So you're not bound to simply go to one city or province.
Yep. Yeah, the thing is, when people come to Canada, they want to immigrate to Canada, they prefer to stay somewhere more civilized and kind of having more
metropolitan city with more facilities somehow.
Yeah, exactly. So they want to go to Vancouver, they want to come to Toronto or Montreal, some big cities. So the point is, for this program, you can pick. You say, okay, I want to go to this province, to this city. You are fine, you can go. Compare to the provincial programs, you have to stay until you get your PR. After you get your PR, you can move. For this, you cannot. So you don't have to. So you are fine. So this is the second advantage of this program. It's a federal program. You can pick your destination. You can go and stay. That's the second. The third advantage is, because it's a work permit with a specific employer name on it, which is your own company or the employer company, you will be eligible to benefit from the healthcare system. The governmental package. So you don't have to pay for hospital or for the health or treatment. So you're fine. Other than this, your child under age 18 usually goes to, they are going to high school or elementary school or something before college or university.
Yeah, K-12.
Yeah, they can attend a public school without paying anything. So that will be another advantage to this program.
Wow. So you get free education, free healthcare.
Yeah. And sometimes people asking me, okay, what about the college and university? If your child is above age 22, he cannot come to Canada under your visa application.
What about if it is between 18 to 20?
If they are on that age range, the situation will be they can consider themselves as a local student, but it depends on the university and a college policy.
Oh.
So they would be somehow probably eligible to pay less.
That is the domestic fees.
Yes. So, but for this point, it's not like a definite situation. It depends on the policy of the education institute.
So there are certain contingencies.
Yeah. So that will be another advantage. Then again, when you are here in Canada for 1 year under the work permit, you can apply for permanent residence status along with your family as a skilled worker. You know, right now the situation under a skilled worker is you need to go to the express entry most of the time, and inside the express entry you must have like meet kind of a requirement, and then your band score kind of inside the express entry pool must be above 450, 60 or even more.
So you need to meet a cut score.
Yeah, so to meet that requirement, the point will be if you are simply overseas working, even has a master degree or work experience more than 5 years, or even having IELTS band score 8, still how much point you can get in express entry pool? I would say, I'm guessing something around 400.
Wow.
Okay, so you won't be eligible to get PR under this express entry pool.
Wow.
So, but if you are in Canada, having 1 year work experience, even for your own company, because you have arrangement of your employment situation, because you are working, right? You have a work permit. Then you can get extra point for that thing, which help you to enhance your score and be eligible to get a PR. So it's a bridging program for you.
So the fact that you are working in Canada gives you a head start.
Yeah. So that will be the main advantage to this program.
Which is absolutely important.
Yeah, definitely. You come because you moving your family here. They go to the school, they work, they do some other thing, they get ties here, social ties, economic ties, some other ties. So it will be very difficult to back to your own country after 4 years. So the government giving you opportunity to stay as a permanent resident. So that will be, again, the main advantage for this. And I think everything I explained, the whole thing. One more thing I should explain is the money, the employer. I mentioned before, if you recall, the employer has to pay the employee like about $50,000 a year, right?
Right.
If you are the employer and you paying yourself, so somehow you paying for expenses of your life through paying to the company and then paying to yourself. So you expending indirectly the money you need for your living through the company. And then if you do this, the company gonna be on loss, right?
Right.
No revenue, No, nothing, income zero. In fact, was some loss on a business. So you're gonna keep it, save it for the next year. Say, okay, next year I'm going to make 50,000. Last year I lost 100,000 because of the startup company.
Educational podcast on immigration law in Canada with Afshin Yazdani, YLG, Yazdani Law Group.
From the tax prospect, you're gonna save some money, and then the money you lost, you can recover it on the next year when you earn something. So again, is a good thing. So as I mentioned, there are whole advantages to this program, and the only thing I can say about maybe it's a disadvantage to the program, maybe, is the restriction on the job positions. So that's the thing, not everyone can apply.
Oh,
And the second thing is you need to have everything under control, connecting your business in overseas to the business in Canada from the tax prospect.
yeah, you're right. But I don't really see that as a drawback. It's just a basic requirement, right?
Yes.
All right, let's move on to talk about costs. How much money is involved in an application?
Application fee itself is less than 1,000. Some whole thing, like applying for work permit, paying for family member,
Okay.
and one thing I remember, another thing under this program, another advantage of this program is the spouse, like the worker can get the work permit, right? The spouse, wife or husband, can also get open work permit. So that will be another advantage to this program. And if you get the open work permit, you can find a job for yourself. So if you fail, your wife can also survive, then move you through the express entry program and get the PR.
Yeah, and double the chances.
Yeah, for example, in BC, British Columbia, there is a program. It's called a skilled worker. And if you have an open work permit and find a job offer, you can apply for a PR even with IELTS 4.
Oh, I thought that Express Entry is a federal program, isn't it?
Yeah, Express Entry is a federal program, but under Express Entry we have subdivisions, and one of this is the PMP, provincial program. So if you are eligible, you get the nomination from the province. Also, you can go apply for PR under Express Entry,
Okay.
which I'm going to explain later on if you want, if you are interested. So that will be the next phase for this conversation if you want. Yeah,
For sure. We would be looking forward to that. And last but not least, let's talk about the processes involved.
Before saying about the process, definitely do not forget about the cost. There is a retainer fee for the lawyer.
Oh, okay.
There is a business, yeah, you need to pay for the business plan. You need to pay for business registration in Canada. So these are the thing extra based on the experience of the lawyer, kind of license. Here we have immigration consultant, we have paralegal, we have lawyers, and we have no one. So they are fake identities or fake personalities.
Phony lawyers as well. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So based on what you are dealing with, so the retainer fee will be different. And also about the business plan, some company making a draft for a business plan for 10,000, 15,000 Canadian dollar.
Wow.
But some of them make it with $100, $200. So it's depend. It's your business.
It's a wide range.
Yeah, it's again for the retainer fee, paying to the lawyer or your representative person. That will be also different. For example, a lawyer can charge 2,000 per hour, and then we have someone like an immigration consultant or someone can charge $100 per hour.
Yeah.
So it's 20 times bigger. So it depends on who you are dealing with.
Yeah, good to know.
For the work permit, initially it's usually for 1 year. But if you apply under a special knowledge, you can get a work permit for 3 years. initially. But the whole thing under the work permit in Canadian rules, immigration rules, the maximum you can get continuously stay in country with the work permit is 4 years. After that, you need to leave and you can come back. But 4 years continuously work permit is the top. After the initial work permit, if you want to renew, then definitely it depends on the employer again and an employee requirement again. But this time, the employee, maybe employer, should provide extra documents such as, for example, it says the new office, for example, has engaged in a continuous provision of good or service for the past year, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the beginning, say we are going to do something under business plan you provide. This time you need to say, yeah, I'm already done. This part is done. So that's one of the thing. And then another thing is new office has been staffed, means have some employee, that employee including yourself. So to meet this part, simply you need to send the T4 for the organization, for the company, how much remittance you pay for the employment income. And that will be the main evidence to see if you already staff. I mean, the employer or the company or new office has been staffed.
Okay, I guess that's all for today and for ICT program, right?
Yeah, I think so. If I think I explained more than what you need to understand, but I hope I didn't mislead you to something you're going to do it yourself.
Definitely not.
One more thing it's better to note is the processing. The processing for this kind of application can be less than a month.
Wow.
So it's too fast, and yeah, it's very quick and you can get the result very soon, very fast.
Thank you very much for the input. It's been great talking to you.
Thank you for having me here, and looking forward talking to you very soon.
Thank you, folks, for listening to another episode of YLG Canada Immigration Podcast with Afshin Yazdani. You can get more information on immigration to Canada from ylgpc.ca. We're trying to make this program, as I have said time and again, more interactive. So please feel free to send us your questions to podcast@ylgpc.ca. Take care and so on.